go. Didn't need that on there. Okay, boom, boom, bam. Boom, boom, bam. Welcome back to the Great Debate Show. Okay. One second, y'all. Bear with me. Trying to make sure I can see everything on my end. I still don't think I'm live on Instagram. Maybe I am. All right. Boom, boom, bam. Welcome back. Oh, I'm sorry. I got my TikTok. Okay. Speak to everybody on there. I'm sorry that's on the screen. It really doesn't need to be on there. Yeah, I can't edit that. Here we go. 1 second. How y'all doing? This shouldn't take very long. Just want to drop a little news and let y'all know how I'm feeling. What's up, TikTok? What's up, Instagram? All right, y'all. I think y'all know why I'm playing this right now. I think y'all know. Return of the Mac, baby. The breaking news in San Francisco is my guy. I'm not trying to throw shade at my boy Purdy. I'm not. But Purdy lied to me. You lied to me about your toe. You told me that you were healthy, but you lied. Lied. Mac Jones is back, baby. Chill out, boy. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. My boy Mac is back. Would you chill? Mac Jones is back, baby. I gotta stop playing this because I don't want to get copyrighted. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? Kobe. Shh. Mac Jones is back, and he is starting Thursday night on Thursday Night Football, and that's why I am here. Are you not entertained? Is that not why you are here? Y'all, I told y'all Brock Purdy should not have played Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. After the Sunday game, he told head coach Kyle Shanahan that he was dealing with some toe soreness. And, well, I told you all on Monday and Tuesday and this morning, I said, y'all, Purdy's not going to play. I think Ricky Pearsall probably won't play either. But, yeah, no Brock Purdy on Sunday. He's not even going to suit up. He went from saying, I have no restrictions, I'm good, to he's not even going to suit up and be Mac Jones' backup. What does that tell you? No Mac Jones no Brock Purdy on Thursday Night Football. We had to find out soon because they play tomorrow. In about 24, 26 hours, we will be getting Thursday Night Football, 49ers at Rams. Now, I know we don't have a chance in hell to beat the Rams. Okay, stop that, y'all. I'll stop playing the music. Instagram is full of shit. Are you serious? I got to do it all over again, huh? Well, screw it. I will. There's no music playing now. God, that's why I didn't want to play it, but I was trying to set the tone, you know? I was trying to set the tone with Return of the Mac. My boy Mac Jones is back and better than ever, baby. Just like I say on every episode, up in this bitch. Now, I know nobody is giving the 49ers a chance in hell to win this game. I told you all, if it's real, we're probably going to get our asses kicked. The Rams are a good football team, and they still have not just said here, you can have the NFC West. But then I was thinking to myself, I said, self, because that's what I say when I'm talking to myself. I said, self, remember what you told your audience. It's your favorite Uncle JJ, host of the Great Debate Show, back better than ever, baby. I said, remember what you told your nieces and nephews on the last live stream. You said that if it's real, your Niners will probably lose. But if it's fake, which it is, there's plenty of, there's plenty of room for optimism to say that we can win this game. They can put it in the script for us to win somehow, some way. And damn it, I say we're going to win the game. I got the 49ers winning. I don't care if it's Rams minus 6.5. I don't care if they bump it up to 7.5. It's a trap. Now, I predicted this morning that even if Brock Purdy started the game, he probably wasn't going to finish. And Mac Jones will come on in and he will be the savior. And I know y'all are thinking, but we ain't got Pearsall. We may not have Jennings. How is Mac Jones going to win with Demarcus Robinson? Sky Moore probably will have to also be at wideout instead of not just punt returning, kick returning. Demarcus Robinson, Sky Moore, Valdez Scantling, and Kendrick Bourne. I couldn't think of his name for nothing. I get it. But what if we run the ball better against the Rams? What if Mac Jones, who was a lot quicker, like, I'm not going to say he's brighter upstairs, but he's a lot sharper. Yes, he stays in the pocket and he doesn't move much, but that's all right. If you send a lot of blitzes and a lot of pressure, if you stack that box, which is what they've been doing so far, the entire 4 games in this short season, they're daring us to run the football. Mac Jones, he can let it rip real quick. And he's got zip on his pass and it won't float. What about that guy that I said that we need to expose? I can't think of his name right now. I think he's number 1 for the Rams. They've got some holes. They've got some vulnerability in their secondary. They do. And then you have the linebacker. They're a little weak with the linebackers at the linebacker position in the middle. We can expose some of those things. Everybody's talking about how the 49ers are trash and we're doomed and Nick Bosa's gone. And can we get out of that and stop mourning the loss of Nick Bosa? And let's look at the positives. The Niners can win this game. And I'm trying to speak it into existence. Even from a fake standpoint, I can give you realistic ways on how they can expose the Rams. Like I said this morning, the Rams pass protection is 31st overall in the league. That means they don't protect Matt Stafford that well. What's been covering that up? What's been hiding that flaw is that they have Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua and a quick release and a strong arm steal from a 37-year-old Matt Stafford. But what if he doesn't have all of that much time? Robert Saleh is going to have to blitz more. Now, can we get to Matthew Stafford with that same old 4 down lineman and that soft coverage? Hell to the no. We cannot. But you know what? I don't think that's what we're going to do. This is why the Jaguars' loss was so damn important. Before I finish saying that, let me speak to some of my people first. I can't see anybody on YouTube right now. If you're there, hello to you. And I'm sorry that I'm not saying anything. I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see the comments. And I've asked for them to show that to me. But I don't see it right now. My apologies. But I can speak to TikTok and Instagram. I'm live on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Let me speak to my good people right now. Andre Goins, Cool Breeze, said anything is possible. I would not say that the Rams will easily win. These teams have pride. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Drake. I appreciate that. And you're absolutely right. I agree with you 1,000%. Let me speak to my good people over here. What's up to Aaron Torres? What's up to Sladart? Aaron said, let's go Rams. Good luck to you, brother. You're supposed to win, and it should be fairly easy for you. But I'm about to explain on how that could all fall upside down. Tay-Tay said, yes, we can win. Defense needs to tighten up even more. I think it will, Tay-Tay, and I'm about to explain in a moment. Yeah. I like y'all's positivity too. Thank you. Thank you for the optimism. I mean, like I've just been seeing everybody on the internet all doom and gloom. Oh, we don't have a chance now that Bosa's gone. Man, get off his dick. Are you a Bosa fan or a 49er fan, damn it? And if you're not, get the hell on. I'm going to tell you how we can win this game, and I'm predicting right now that we're going to win the game. Why? Because nobody expects the 49ers to win. That's all I really can say and shut it down. You told me that the Giants would not beat the Chargers. They did. And that's why y'all got to listen, and that's why y'all have to subscribe. It's your favorite Uncle JJ, and this is the Great Debate Show. You all could be anywhere right now, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Just wanted to let you know that. All right, let me keep speaking to my good people on TikTok, and you don't stop. Christian, what's up with you, man? He says, we, the San Francisco 49ers, are winning against the Rams. I like that. And I agree with you. Can the Saints please win? Yeah. Good luck with that one. Crazy with it. Thank you for the comment, Crazy. I feel for you, brother. King said V8 is coming for your quarterback. Hey, man, that is a good dude, man. That's a bad boy, Jared Verse. I heard him talking about Trent Williams today, and he said, hey, man, I don't back down. I don't back down from the trash talk. I don't back down from the competition. And he said he's coming for Trent. Josh Allen didn't get a Hines didn't get a sack, but, man, he got some pressures. Trent Williams was struggling. The 49ers defense was very soft. Same old 4-down linemen, no blitzes. I need to see more 5 men on the line of scrimmage. I need to see the cornerbacks step up to the receivers, put their hands on somebody, play tighter coverage. And I think that's what Robert Saleh is going to do. He knows he called a bad game. He was still stuck on all that Liam Cohen and the signal stealing. He was all in his head. And that's going to be the perfect story Friday morning. The 49ers progressed. The 49ers switched it up. The 49ers responded. I mean, it can't get much worse than it was on Sunday against Jacksonville. It just can't. And do you think for 1 minute that we, the San Francisco 49ers, are not going to stand up for a division opponent? For the number 1 spot? I would play the ludicrous right now, but I don't want to get copyrighted. Instagram already kicked me out once. But y'all remember what Luda said? Dun, 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 I'm coming for that number 1 spot. We coming for it. I mean, it belongs to us, but then we lost, so we got to beat these suckers in order to get it back. And I think that they will do it. I think they can do it. And the main reason is because everybody's going to bet Rams. And if everybody bets Rams, like everybody bet Chargers to beat the Giants, we're going to beat them. And I know the bets are going to go on the Rams side because Mac Jones is playing. And most people are thinking, Mac Jones beat the Cardinals and the Saints. He couldn't dare beat the Rams, though. It's curtains for the Niners. And they're making their bet. They may not even do a parlay. They may just put $500,000, $1,500, $2,000 straight on the Rams. Straight up bet. And they're going to take all their fucking money as soon as the bet gets placed. I'm not going to guarantee a Niner victory, but I'm telling y'all, this stuff ain't real, y'all. But let's just say it is, hypothetically speaking. Let's do hypotheticals, right? I'll tell you how we can still beat them. Just tighten up the coverage, bring the corners up on the wide receivers. That's Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. Those are some dogs. But how many times did y'all see Brian Thomas catch those same damn 7 to 8 the 12-yard passes, where he had 10 yards of cushion by Darrell Luter Jr. and Demo. Nah, man. Nah, they can't play like that tomorrow night and expect to win. But Devontae Adams has lost a step. He's not the same Devontae Adams. You just can't give Matthew Stafford time. If we put 5 down linemen at the line of scrimmage, if we blitz Matthew Stafford more and get there, send some exotic blitzes, some delayed blitzes, disguise it up, y'all know Matthew Stafford will give us an interception every now and then. Hell, he gave us a few in that 2021 NFC Championship game that Jaquiski Tartt just did not want to catch. I'm having flashbacks. That was our Super Bowl. Woosah. But I digress. All we got to do is play a little bump coverage, get up on the line of scrimmage. Let me see 5, hell, sometimes 6 down linemen. And don't always bluff that blitz, because a lot of times whenever Robert Saleh shows it, he just backs out of it. He'll send Fred Warner and some of those guys up to the line, and then they still just back right out of it. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't do a thing. And with a veteran quarterback like Stafford, you got to be wiser. But Stafford will give us one. Y'all know he will. We just have to send the pressure. The blitzes have to be, it has to be more. We have to be more aggressive. And you're not going to beat the Rams just sitting back with 4 down linemen and soft-ass coverage. I don't know if Ronaldo Green is going to play or not, but I don't think it really matters. They have to have more faith in whoever the CB2 is going to be, and they got to come at him. And that's just that. Now let's go to the flip side. Forget the defense. Alfredo, what's up with you, bro? He said 49ers looking rough, Unc. Alone today. Oh, man, I can't see all of that. Here we go. Yeah, 49ers are looking rough, Unc. He said 49ers looking rough. You're definitely right about that. No doubt. That's more and more reason why I say we're going to win the game, because everybody thinks the 49ers are looking rough. So they're not really going to bet on us. What's up, Mikey? There the comments go. Mikey said, good evening. Good afternoon. How are we doing today, Unc? Man, I'm fine. Hope I was well with you guys. The Great Debate Show is live right now on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. I finally did it, y'all. I'm all in one. All in one platform. We have to be more aggressive on the defensive end, and on the offensive end, let's attack that corner. They've got a cornerback that's very, very, very suspect. I can't think of his name right now, but a Rams fan gave me the name. And he told me, he said, if they know what they're doing, they'll attack him because he's been pissing me off already. And when a Rams fans tell you that they're getting pissed off and they want a player cut, he ain't good. But the reason why he's playing is because the Rams, you talk about a team that's top heavy, we've been that for the past few years. The Rams are good now. They've got talent, but they're top heavy. If anybody goes down, they're screwed just like we are. So they lack depth at the cornerback position, and that's why they have a corner right now on one side that's terrible. I'm being told, y'all think Bernardo Green is bad? This dude makes Bernardo Green look like Dion in 94. They say he's pretty bad. And then they got that linebacker that's kind of weak too. So you just, we got to just take advantages of this. And Kyle, as much as I'm hard on Kyle, no style, scammer, one thing he can do, he can game plan his ass off. He just needs to give the iPad to somebody else when it's time for the kickoff and it's time to call the plays. Because he does a terrible job at that. Terrible. What's up, Mikey? Shane Riley, what's up? I am doing good. Can't complain. Happy October. New month. 2 months left and the year is over, man. Doesn't it go fast? It does. What's up, Ryan? What did you think about Purdy last week? I thought he was ass. And I thought he should have never played. That's what I thought. And it proves it now because he's not playing. He's not going to play. Eagles are going to beat Denver. Oh, we got the Eagles and the Broncos Sunday? Okay. Y'all, tomorrow will be the day that I will talk college football, week 6 picks in college football. And then Friday, I'll give you my predictions for week 5 in the NFL. Tomorrow, though, is college football and Thursday night football preview. Although I'm giving you a sneak peek right now. I'm going against the grain. I think the Niners get the win. Why? Because no one expects us to win. And I'm telling you how we're going to expose the Rams. They're vulnerable at pass protection. If we can just send some pressure. I know we don't have the men to get those pass rushers, to get those pressures and those hits, but it's just been talked about too much during this short week on how bad the Niners looked at pass rushing. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll get enough pressure to get Matt Stafford to throw us one. And we don't have any turnovers yet. They took the one that we had away from Upton Stout. Don't you think it's about time for us to get a turnover? We're due one. And I think Matt Stafford will give us one. I do. My honest opinion, Purdy should have sat down for one more game. Yes, I agree with that, Mikey. I do agree with that. I do got the Niners winning against the Rams tomorrow night. Wow. Well, thank you, Mikey. I hope we get this right, man. And the Broncos, I don't think y'all are going to struggle with the Denver Broncos. All this A.J. Brown talk. What's the good storyline? I told y'all I like to do storylines. That's how I kind of predict what happens in the NFL. If it's not real, I'm like, well, what are they going to say on Monday morning? What is the mainstream media going to talk about? And the first thing I can think of is A.J. Brown, who talked all that shit this week after Sunday's win, because they haven't lost yet. The perfect story will be A.J. Brown just lit the Broncos DBs up. I know Patrick Surtain is their corner, and I know he's a bad boy. However, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't like shut people down to where they get 0 catches, 0 yards, 0 anything. No. That's A.J. Brown. So he may light them up. And then for 1 week, we'll say, well, everything is all right. After all, in Philadelphia, at least for 1 week. That's just how they do this stuff. Let's see what else we got here. When does my Eagles get their first loss? I don't know, Mike. I don't know. You lucky son of a gun, you. I'm sorry I haven't been here for the live stream, for the last stream, but I'm back. Well, I'm glad you're back. Malik Neighbors and Tyreek messed up my ish, both out for the season. You're probably talking about your fantasy. I got you. Y'all, I said this yesterday. They've got to stop playing on turf. If y'all watched the video, there's content out from yesterday. It wasn't a live stream, but I talked about the turf. Tyreek Hill, Malik Neighbors, Nick Bosa. I don't know what that is the 49ers play on, but still. He tore his ACL too. Everybody's tearing shit. And I mean, it's not anything to where they can come back in a few weeks. They're done for the season. And a lot of it is that field. The NFL makes way too much money to not be able to put natural grass on all 32 stadiums. They got to do better. Just got to do better. Niners going to be humiliated on Thursday, says Peter, 818. Well, that's exactly what should happen, right? And somebody said the same thing when I said Jackson Dart is going to upset the Chargers on Sunday. And somebody said the same thing. They laughed at me and they said, Unc need a drug test. Who's laughing now? And I won a little money because I said I wasn't going to play, but I was just so for sure about that. So I got me a little something. Y'all, if everybody thinks the Rams are going to kick our asses, that's why they're not going to kick our asses. See, I'm the type of motherfucker that if everybody goes left, y'all know what Up gonna do? Up gonna go right. I don't do what everybody else does. I don't think the way everyone else thinks. And I'm telling you, I just kind of broke down some of the X's and O's. But to shut all of that down, it's scripted. And if everybody puts their money on the Rams, like this dude is going to do, Peter 818, they're going to do the same thing to you all that they do when you roll 7 on the crap table. They take all your coins. And if you choose to do something different, like that dude that texted me and said, damn, Unc, you said the Giants were going to win. They messed me up big time. He bet it. And he didn't listen to me. I said respectfully, that's what you get. I'm glad you lost. I'm glad you lost 1,500. Because you should have listened to me. And I hope this dude lose some money too. Because he's not listening. My mama always told me a hard head makes a soft ass. When I was a little kid, I used to have this crazy uncle who always used to say, boy, you don't believe fat meat greasy, do you? See, if you ain't from the South, you probably never heard that before. You ever heard an old man tell you when Unc say, you don't believe fat meat greasy, do you, boy? Y'all don't believe fat meat greasy, do you? All right. I think Mac Jones wins the game. And I want to play the music so bad, but they're going to kick me out. Instagram will cut me off as soon as they hear it. Purdy, you lied to me. You lied to me. You told me that you were healthy. You lied to me. He said his toe was fine. Now he's not suiting up. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Yeah. I'm happy. Mac Jones is going to light the Rams defense up, and people are going to be like, what the did we just see here? You know, did you think the Dallas Cowboys were going to put up 40 points against the Green Bay Packers Sunday night? Did anybody think that the Packers were not going to win that game? My point exactly. They look at the bets and they switch that stuff and they throw a curveball at us like Triple H did when everybody thought that John Cena was going to beat Brock Lesnar, including myself. And he switched it up Saturday afternoon. That's what they do with these bets. You got to be gambling to understand. And if you don't gamble, that's good for you. But that still doesn't mean like you should listen to me. All right. Mikey said that's 1,000 facts. Thank you. You did say that would happen, and they did upset the Chargers. See somebody who actually can admit and acknowledge my knowledge. Damn, you see how I done that? Thank you, Mikey, for acknowledging my knowledge of the game. Speaking of the game, anybody watching WNBA playoffs, MLB wild card games right now, the playoffs have started. It's a lot of good sports going on right now, y'all. The Yankees are about to screw it up again. The Dodgers are snapping out as always. You got people calling out the commissioner in the WNBA. It's real spicy right now. Anthony Edwards just told us something that he learned from Michael Jordan, his dad. From Michael Jordan. It's real. It's a lot going on right now in sports. Triple H is in charge of the NFL quarterback play. He very well could be, Trey. Are you not entertained? I am the game. Hector said it's going to be a long night for the Niners. That's exactly what Hector told me in Allegiant Stadium a few weeks ago. Right before they rung the bell and Bud Crawford went against Canelo Alvarez. That's something else that I was right about. I don't need y'all to just continue to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about and still watch my ass. I'm serious, Hector. It was a Hector that I was sitting next to and said it's going to be a long night for Bud. Huh? How did that work out for him? He was so mad after the end of the fight, I thought we were about to have another fight in our section. I was so glad I was able to get out of there because I love everybody. Whites, blacks, Hispanics. I love them all. But it was 60,000 Latinos in that bitch, and it was about maybe 50 blacks and no Caucasians at all. And I was like, damn. I heard somebody say if Crawford wins, we riot. I'm like, man, I just spent my money for nothing. I'm about to get up out of this. I'm about to leave. I literally was frightened. I feared for my life. I was hoping I was wrong, but I wasn't. Crawford whooped that ass like I said he would. Jackson Dart won his NFL debut against the undefeated Chargers like I said they would. So when I tell you, and I also told you that Micah Parsons is not going to be $47 million worth for the Packers, and he hasn't been. Week 1 and week 2, y'all put him in the Super Bowl, and I said, pipe down. Now what's going on? Now y'all scratching y'all head like, damn, are we Super Bowl contenders? I don't know. You're not. Y'all said the Detroit Lions was cooked. I said not so fast. Now look at the Detroit Lions. They done put up like 90-something points in 2 weeks. Well, before they played this Cleveland game. And that's a damn good Cleveland defense they beat. I'm going to talk about Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel in a moment. But I'm just trying to get y'all to see what I'm saying, y'all. I get this stuff right every now and then. Of course I think the Eagles are Super Bowl contenders. You're the Super Bowl champions, Mikey. Is your secondary a little weak? Yes. Y'all need to tighten that shit up. Y'all lucky Mike Evans wasn't playing. But I said the Eagles would win that game. Everybody kept coming on her saying, but the Buccaneers got Philly's number. I said, well, don't you think it's time for Philly to change their number? Come on, y'all. I was like 5 for 5 last week. I said Ole Miss would upset LSU. They did. Damn, I mean, like, I was right about everything last week. Now, come on, y'all. Give your some props. All right, let me see what y'all talking about on TikTok. The 49ers are going to upset the Rams. You heard it here first. That Jordan pick is fired. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Somebody with, yeah, I like that, man. I like that. Who said that again? Crazy. Oh, Crazy with it. Crazy with it. Yeah. Thank you, man. You got great taste. And our rookie guys are playing awesome. I agree with that, Christian. You think they're playing awesome now. You wait till tomorrow night. With the cards stacked against us, nobody expects us to win. Watch what happens. Just watch. I hope I haven't missed any comments on here. Let's see. Shane Riley. Looks good. You got a new setup. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. If my dog don't shut the hell up. Sorry, y'all. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Ryan, Mikey, Shane, thank y'all, man. Oh my God, let's not talk about that, but you're right, Yo, stop, Uncle JJ. I was thinking that in my head right now. Too many dang fights going around in the NFL right now at stadiums. Man, what? Every time I look on Twitter, that's what I see. We need those nice comments on TikTok, in your TikTok videos, because you get mad hate for nothing. I thank you, Mikey. I know, man. Yeah, that's how it is, man. And that's what tells me I must be doing a pretty good job, right? I got my first TikTok check this morning, man. I don't know how to act. It wasn't much, but I'm finally in the algorithm. And speaking of TikTok, let me get back to y'all. CMC having 20-plus receptions and 20-plus rushes. He's got the most receptions right now in the NFL as far as running backs go. What is that again? Third print. Thank you for the comment. I told y'all when the season started, we need to see B-Rob in the backfield, CMC in the slot more. Why are we not seeing that? We still don't see B-Rob. What in the hell did we trade for Brian Robinson Jr. for? I think it's obvious. So we can give CMC all the damn carries. But if CMC leads the league with catches as far as running backs go, why not have B-Rob in the backfield, CMC in the slot? I said this right after we made the trade. Before week 1, I said this. Come on, y'all. But Kyle hadn't did it yet. And y'all wonder why I call him Kyle No Style. You wonder why. Give CMC to the Eagles and keep B-Rob. Oh, no, Mikey. Can't do that now. Look, I tell you what, though, because it looks like he has kind of lost a step, Mikey. What would you give me for CMC? I asked the question this morning, should the 49ers be actually trading for talent because we think we're good enough to make a run? Let's go all in. Or should we say, you know what? Let's trade away our talent and let's just rebuild this thing down to the studs, tear it down to the studs and rebuild it, because we're not going to go far. We can't compete with the Eagles. We can't compete with the Rams, the Buccaneers, or the Lions, or the Packers. I'm not sure, but I think in the next 3 or 4 weeks, we will get our answer. We will give you Dylan. Y'all don't play Dylan enough either. Y'all are not as bad as us, but Saquon gets a lot of carries too. And it's been 3 yards in a cloud of dust for y'all. I don't know what's going on with the Eagles and their run game, but it doesn't look like last year at all. And y'all still 4-0. And the Niners could be still 4-0 too, had they just, not play a quarterback that didn't need to play, was not healthy, was throwing too high because he couldn't plant on his foot. He couldn't plant his foot in the ground and throw that pass solid. He's throwing off his back foot, and that's why everything was high. And shame on Kyle for letting him play. Shame on Kyle for telling us that he was fine. Shame on Brock Purdy for telling us that he was fine. We still could have won that game. But 4 turnovers, hard to overcome. D. Winters played great. I like D. Winters, man. I have no problem with our linebackers. It's just that front four, it's not it. But they need help. Let's put more bodies, at the line. And if we get beat, y'all, it's okay. We're gonna lose some plays. We're gonna take our lumps. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan told us that. Cal basically said he just hopes to sneak in and be a wild card team. If we can do that, we overachieved or we met our expectations. I'm not expecting any more than that. But who wants to go to the playoffs just to get their ass kicked by a team that belongs in the playoffs versus a team that really shouldn't have got there and they only got there because of a weak schedule? That's all I'm saying. And if we're that team, maybe we should give Mikey Christian McCaffrey. He's an Eagle fan. Maybe we should give the Eagles that. I say if we really are good and if we can play better than what we played Sunday, and make no mistake about it, y'all, the Jaguars are probably going to be a wild card team. The Jaguars are good. I don't think that's a fluke. And they're just better than us. They are more physically. We're not the bullies anymore. And Sunday we got bullied. The Rams is a team that we used to bully. And I don't think we're more physical than them either. But let's see. I know, even though it's a short week, Robert Sala's got a game plan for that ass. He's got that whole Liam Cohen stuff out of his head. He's apologized. He's admitted that he said the wrong words. And from here on out, he will probably keep other coaches' names out of his mouth. Now let's move on. Let's come up with a better game plan. Let's get 5 down linemen. Let's send some blitzes. And let's not play those soft coverages, giving these wide receivers 8 to 10 yards of a cushion because you're scared to get beat deep. Who cares? I hate those bend but don't break defenses. All you're doing is allowing them to get further and further and closer to the end zone. And they're going to get there because unlike us, these other teams have good red zone offenses. And that's something else we need to do. Have a better red zone offense. Listen, don't say that. I think us Eagles and your team Niners got the best defenses in the game. Man, we're still young and inexperienced. I think we will get there. I think we will get there by midseason, but we're not there yet. And with Bosa being gone, well, that may take us a little bit longer. But I think if we can pull these few games out here, I think that we are going to realize, let's go ahead and replace Bosa. Now, we could just get our ass dragged tomorrow. And I don't know if that's going to tell them we need to replace Bosa now, or is it going to tell them we can't compete even if we do go get a Trey Hendrickson, or if we go get a Cam Jordan, which is a lot cheaper probably. The Giants are going to win again this coming Sunday. I forgot who they're playing, but it's a win. I think it's an easy win, or I think it's a doable win. And if that's the case, then they're going to be like 2-3, and they may not trade us Kayvon Thibodeau because they're going to be like, hey, we actually got a shot here. But then again, maybe not. Jaden Daniels is coming back Sunday, so watch out. But Washington defense is very weak, so we'll see. Imagine, I think he's a free agent right now, but imagine since Malik Neighbors is out for OBJ. Oh, wow. OBJ to come back for the Giants. Hey, he said he was going to actually play again. Then after that, somebody else said he was retired, and I think he denied that. So I don't know. That would be special. I think OBJ would like to be a Giant before he hangs it up. Giants play New Orleans. Thank you, Mikey. Just as I thought. The Giants are going to win again, which would make it harder for them to accept the trade if we come calling for Kayvon Thibodeau. And I know Brian Burns is not available. There's probably too much dead money in his contract. I'm not sure. 2 defensive touchdowns and a punt return and 4 field goals get us over 30 points. Says 49er Razorbacks. Yeah, a lot of stuff that happened. And we still could have won. Oh, you're saying we're going to get two defensive touchdowns and a punt return. Wow. That would be nice, Razorback. That would be damn nice. Drop Bourne. I told y'all we didn't need to get Bourne in the first place. Y'all was so happy. Well, maybe not you, but people were so happy. Just ecstatic. I'm like, am I missing something about Kendrick Bourne? Because last I knew, he was kind of trash in New England. And he ain't did nothing but got older and a little slower. And he wasn't that fast to begin with. But his fastest days was a Niner. That was like 7 years ago. Well, 5 years ago. He just had the fumbles. Like, man, he had butter on his fingers all day Sunday. That was one catch. One drop. Had he caught it, he'd still be running right now. He'd literally still be running right now. No Purdy, no Kittle, no Pearsall, no Jennings, no Bosa, no Ayuk. I know, man. And that's exactly why everybody's going to bet on the Rams. And that's exactly why you better not be a fool and follow the leader. I understand what you're saying. But we were 3-0 without Purdy for a game, Kittle. Purdy for 2 games, Kittle. I'm just saying, we've had some of these people out. We got Fred Warner, like Christian said. And we got D. Winters. And we got Diamond Lenore, who needs to just step up and show this rest of the secondary how it's done. Oh, some other good news. Malik Mustafa. They're going to open the practice window up for him. That's our safety who we need back so badly. I think that's what Robert Saleh's waiting on before he can get more aggressive. He's waiting on his guy. I like Mustafa. And I think him and Siegel on the field at the same time would be good. Jason Pinnock ain't really done much for me. But Mustafa should be practicing again in that little 14-day window. And after week 6, we should be getting Mustafa back. That's some good news, some positive news. And I think Mac Jones is positive news. Because wouldn't you rather have a quarterback that's 80, 90% than have a quarterback that's only 50%? That knee sprain wasn't that bad. He could have played last week, I've been told. Guys, I encourage all of you to share this live stream and invite more friends to watch this video. Peter818 said, with what players? It doesn't matter, man. See, that's somebody that thinks it's real. I just gave him all the scenarios on where I've been right. Even though it sounds crazy, I was still right. You probably wouldn't have bet that Ole Miss would have beaten LSU, but I did. You probably wouldn't have bet that the Giants would beat the Chargers last week, but I did. Y'all told me the Buccaneers had the Eagles number. I bet on Philly. I was told that Bud Crawford was going to get his ass dropped. He didn't get his ass dropped at all. He didn't even get hurt. You see how many times I've been right and how many times you've been wrong? So don't ask me with what. Just listen. Just listen. You're welcome, motherfucker. You're welcome. That's what you should be saying right now. Don't none of that stuff you talking about matter because it's scripted. It's fake. And it's in the script for us to win if you stupid motherfuckers bet on the Rams. Like I know you are. And if you do, I hope you lose. Because that's what you get for not listening to Unc. I'm telling you, man. Don't worry about all of that. That's the same person that if the construction people told him, hey, listen, you got to make a detour. You can't drive any further on this road. The bridge comes to an end. That's the same motherfucker that would drive in disbelief to the end of that damn bridge and fall off that motherfucker because he would want to see for himself if the road really does cut off when the construction workers just told his ass, don't drive to the end of that road. Go ahead, man. Hard heads makes a soft ass. You don't believe fat meat greasy. It's okay. It's okay. I just told you what's going to happen. If everybody bets on the Rams, they're going to lose. I'm going to be right. If anybody doesn't listen to me just because of that, you're stupid. You're foolish. You're ignorant. I'm not really talking to y'all. I'm just saying the people who just like want me to be wrong. Why? You should want to make some money. Yeah. Yeah, somebody sent me a little cash out because I actually helped them win some money. And I was like, man, so grateful. Why can't some of you all do that? Oh, because you're not going to listen? Talking about with what? We were 3-0. With what? Seriously, with what? I mean, when Kittle went down week 1, then you probably think, shit, that's it. We're not even going to win this game in Seattle. And we still won. Mac Jones is the starting quarterback for the 49ers. Oh, we're doomed. And yet we still won 2 games with Mac Jones. You know what you mean? With what? It don't matter with what. All that matters is the people in the stripes, people with the whistle, the people who go in their pocket and throw flags when they're told to, the people over FanDuel, DraftKings, ESPN Bet, all of the sports books. That's what matters. That's what matters. You ever wonder why you have a parlay in for somebody to get like 70 receiving yards? And when you see at the end of the game, they finish with 69 yards. Do you really think that's a coincidence? Now, if you don't gamble, you don't understand what I'm talking about. But I'm telling you, if you gamble, you know it ain't real. Who's had a parlay? I just need CeeDee Lamb to get 1 more yard, and the motherfucker don't get it. Like what? It ain't real, y'all. And they're playing with our money. It's the biggest scam in the game. Dude, seriously, what is going on with Alfred Collins? He's been a bad pick so far. And now when I told everybody that, they said, calm down, huh? It's still early. But you're not wrong. Thank you for the comment, P. Greens. I won't be surprised if he actually even has a pretty good game. He looked all right against the Saints. Was it the Saints or the Cardinals? It was the Saints. He played better against the Saints, and then it kind of dipped again. Okay. He said you were not right. Okay. Well, I've been right a lot. I've been right a lot. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all joining me right now. It's the Great Debate Show. Dude, seriously, what is going on with our... Oh, okay. Is it the same person there? Looks like that's you again, P. Greens. On here, though, on TikTok, he's headbeat. I told y'all he doesn't look good, man. He just looks like a big sack of nothing. But he'll get better, probably. And I'm not heated at all, bro. I'm happy. I'm in good spirits. I'm in good health. I'm fine, brother. And we all know health is wealth. What do you mean heated? Let me read some comments. Let me see what y'all saying. Did I miss something? Thank you, Iceman Slam. Where you been, brother? Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you so much. What's up, the Nuggets, Dad? Thank you for following. Marlon said it was just a bad week. We'll take the dub again this week. Happy to see more Mac while we still can. I'm with you, Marlon. Should have saw his ass last week. Good comment, Marlon. Brian said yes. Do we play tomorrow? Yes, we do, cool guy, 67. I'm nervous about tomorrow. You have no reason to be, Alfonso. No reason at all. Hey, if we lose, guess what? We were supposed to. That's how I look at it. Expect the worst, hope for the best. If we lose, who cares? This is the reason why nothing you can say on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. This is why there's nothing you can say that's going to bother me. For the dude that said Niners are this heated, doesn't even know what he's talking about. One, because I know it's not real. And two, I want Kyle Shanahan fired so bad that sometimes I kind of hope that we go like 3-14. I'm dead serious. I know y'all are going to say, what, Unc? Yeah. Sometimes you got to be bad in order to be good. You just do. And so, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I hope we do lose. I want this son of a bitch fired. Y'all, I really don't like Kyle, no style. Come on, y'all. I call him Kyle, no style, Scamahan. I'm just tired of him choking. I'm tired of us getting us to the big game for nothing. Y'all went on the damn plane back to Las Vegas. It was a long flight back. And I was sitting right next to Chris Jones' cousins out of Starkville, Mississippi. And they told me that, yes, the game is rigged. How did you know? And I said, because I got common sense. How do you know? And he said, hey, our cuz be telling us who to bet on. He said that they've been right just about every time except for one time. And he said that was 2022 when he was told to bet on the Buffalo Bills by Chris Jones, DT of the Kansas City Chiefs. I was on the plane with those people and they didn't lie to me. They had no reason to lie. He said, that's why y'all gonna lose. He said, that's why y'all are gonna lose the Super Bowl again. We're gonna beat you again. I said, what? I said, well, hopefully he told you wrong again this time. And when I saw him again on the plane ride home, because yes, we were on the same damn flight back Monday morning after the Super Bowl 58 loss. He said, what I tell you, Mississippi, what I tell you, Sip. I said, damn, man, you were right. Now, for whatever reason, in 2022, he was told to bet on Buffalo to win the Super Bowl. That was the year that the Chiefs were supposedly beat, and then in 13 seconds, they scored and still won the game. That had to have been something they saw with the bets. That's how I know this stuff ain't real, y'all. So there's nothing anyone can say that makes me feel any type of way. Your Niners got your asses kicked. No, they didn't. They were just told not to play as hard. What if the defensive line, what if Alfred Collins pushes everybody out of the way, swarms everybody out of the way? Come here, Stafford. Rah, rah, rah. What if he does like that tomorrow night? You never really know when they're playing their hardest or when they're really holding back. I mean, just think about it. I can get on the football field and act like I'm trying to get to the quarterback. If I was a tackle, I can keep you from getting around me, and I can just easily just let you get around me. And oh, shit, he got me. Come on, y'all. Do you really believe this stuff is real? Do you really believe it? I mean, we got eyes, right? And I thought this before Chris Jones' cousin told me it's fake, and he be telling us who to bet on. They tell the players wrong things sometimes too, though, because I think that they know these people are not keeping their secrets. That's why they're so shut up. That's why they're so hard on these players when they gamble. That's why they don't want them gambling. Why wouldn't they want the players to gamble? Think about that too for a moment. Why is it a problem for the athletes to gamble? Isn't that more money for you all? For the sports books? For the casinos? Because they know the script. They know the results. And if they actually allow them to bet, they'll shut them down. They'll put them out of business. Come on, y'all. Think. Y'all are smarter than this. You just don't want to believe it. And that's why I try not to talk about this shit too long, because I don't want to take the fun away from it. But I felt the same way when I found out it wasn't real. And I think that gematria stuff, the numbers and games and stuff that is some type of geometry of numbers and letters, I think that stuff is real too. You just don't never know how it's going to hit. I told y'all, when y'all see 7 straight wins or 7 straight losses, bet on them to lose or bet on them to win. However way that streak is going. It usually never misses. Y'all ain't been listening. See, I can tell. Okay, y'all, let me stop talking about that. These are the reasons why the Rams can lose tomorrow. They're not inferior, okay? They can lose. They're not immortal. Somebody has beaten them already this season, right? They're 3-1. I think it was Mikey's Eagles. What's going on with Purdy? Did you see that 2 interceptions? My God, I did, P. Greens. Of course I did. I was live streaming it. If y'all don't know, I live stream these games on Sunday. Usually the late games. I'll put about 4 games up on my multi-view until somebody says, just leave it on the Niners game. And then that's what I'll do. But yeah, P. Greens, I saw it. I was here. Had about 2,000 people watching it with us. I like Bo Nix a lot. I don't. I don't think he's that good. Do you? Is he? Why do you think he's that good? I'm sorry. Maybe I don't watch the Broncos like 4 whole quarters. They're usually playing when my Niners are playing. Unc, if you ain't got to watch anything Tuesday, great card so far for NXT this Tuesday coming up, October 7th. After that, go nuts. About to go nuts. Hey, Obafemi is on his way to the main roster. Saudi Arabia has made the WWE change their title from what was it called? Invasion. And they had to change it to I don't know. It's kind of underwhelming though. It's some BS. But they do whatever Saudi Arabia said. They got that money, that loot, that paper. So they're doing whatever they say do. Should have never started Purdy. I agree, Brian. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not going to be easy. Oh, you're right, Alfonso. It won't be. Can Bourne catch a damn ball? Said Tay-Tay. Probably not. I told y'all we shouldn't have signed that dude, man. He's hot dumpster juice. But who does he catch balls for? Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Yeah. He'll catch his balls. That didn't sound right. You get what I'm saying, though. Maybe Purdy's ball sails, and by the time it gets to his fingers, he's used to just snatching it and running. But because he doesn't have any zip on the ball, let me stop, because y'all going to say I'm throwing shade at Purdy. I like the 49ers, and I don't care who the hell we win a Super Bowl with. I just want to win a damn Super Bowl. And that's why y'all got to tune in, because I got a great story this week. And I'm calling it 30 for 30. What does that 30 stand for? The 30 motherfucking years that the 49ers have went without a Super Bowl championship. And I'm going to give you a brief history lesson on why we have not won a Super Bowl in those past 30 seasons. This is 31. Yeah. Super Bowl 29. And now we're coming up on Super Bowl 60. It's a damn shame. But there's a reason why I said the 49ers could actually win the Super Bowl in our home stadium. The Rams did it in 2021. The Buccaneers did it in 2020. It had never happened in NFL history up until the past 5 years. It's happened twice in 5 years. Why can't we be number 3? Remember what I told y'all about that 3? We've already lost 3 Super Bowls. That streak probably has come to an end. Yes, I said we're going to win. I almost said Eagles, Bengals for the Super Bowl. Then I said Bengals, 49ers. Now, by default, y'all got to really just give me some slack, because I did not know Joe Burrow was going to be out for 3 fucking months. So it's pretty obvious it's probably not going to be the Bengals. But I thought this was going to be their year. But I think the Niners still can pull this off. And if not, what the hell? Who cares? Let's just be bad. Let's just take it out, put everybody on injured reserve. Hell, most of the roster is on injured reserve anyway. Or most of the salary cap is. And let's just fire Kyle Shanahan and let's start this thing over. We need a new GM. We need a new head coach. We need a new philosophy. Somebody that can come in and all the players don't get hurt every damn year. And it'd be the key players too. It don't be players that you be like, who is that? Who got hurt? Oh, shit, he ain't nobody. No, it's always somebody with us. You know? When it's other teams, sometimes it's like, what old girl say? I can't think of her name on Players Club. Anybody remember the Players Club? Who, Lance? He ain't nobody. And she just walked away in her thong. Yeah, and a week later, Diamond caught her in the bed with Lance, who ain't nobody. Right? Remember that? That's what we used to say when people would get hurt. We'd be like, who are they? Oh, shit, he ain't nobody. Now we be like, damn, that's Bosa. Damn, that's our starting quarterback. You know, so things, y'all, I apologize. Things like that. One second. Get out. Sorry about that. But yeah, like, we can win this game. And we're going to win this game. But if we don't, who cares? Fire Shanahan. Oh, I see something I like here. Hold on. Iceman Slim said, oh, he's talking to Tay-Tay. Let's see what y'all talking about here. I want Eric Bieniemy if Shanahan relieved of his duties. That would mean we're going to hire a black coach. Do you really think we're going to do that? Get for real. I hope so, but we ain't did that since Singletary, and I ain't going to lie. That was a terrible mistake. But, hey, I like Eric Bieniemy, too. I don't understand why he left Kansas City. I don't understand why he went to Washington and left Washington, and now he's in college. Like, is he that bad? Is he that big of an asshole? Brock doesn't look like a $50 million a year quarterback, but I told y'all he wasn't ever going to look like that. Give him 40, and if he says no, show him the door. You got your hat, now get your coat. Do you like Purdy? I don't, to be honest. Man, look, when he's healthy, he's all right. But he's still only a good quarterback when he's got his elite talent. I told y'all that before. I said it all summer long. When he's got a good book of cards, when he's got a baby joker, the big joker, all of the spades, spade of diamonds, not diamonds, ace of spades, king of spades. When he's got all of that, he is good. But when you start handing him diamonds and hearts, very mid. So that means he's not a $50 million quarterback, and I said that, but they gave it to him. And I don't want to hear no excuses about the toe, because, damn it, he has 16 interceptions in his last 17 games. Unless y'all going to tell me his toe was fucked up the past 17 games, I don't want to hear it. He's too reckless with the ball. That's the problem. And as much as we'd like for him to get out of the pocket and scramble, because Jimmy G never done that, what good does that do us if he's just going to get hurt every time he leaves the pocket? Or every time he leaves the pocket, he's scrambling just to do something reckless. You know what I can say about Brock Purdy? And this is not $53 million a year. I like him as a man. He's a good guy, very gutsy, tough, scrappy, humble, but yet confident. But Brock Purdy has the mind of a gunslinger. But he's got the arm of a dink and dunk quarterback. I know that kind of hurts a little bit, but it's the truth. Somebody please stop me when I'm telling lies. He has the gunslinger mentality, but he's got a dink and dunk arm. That don't add up. It's like a candle in the sun. Eventually, ain't that candle gonna go out? And that's been a regurgitating issue for the 49ers for the past 12, 15 years. Hell, for the past 30, damn near. We ain't had a franchise quarterback since Steve Young. We haven't. Alex Smith, oh yeah, he is going to be good. Thanks, Harbaugh. Nah. Here comes Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick, he's going to be good. Yes, we finally got a quarterback. And then time he got paid, no. He ain't it either. And I told everybody on Facebook back then, as soon as they figure out the read option, he's cooked. I got blocked. I got flagged. I couldn't post things for weeks. Like, damn, is it this serious? And I was right, but nobody said, yeah, you're right, JJ. Oh, let's keep going. Fast forward. That's what you say? Oh, okay. Jimmy Garoppolo, remember him? Yeah, he looks like he was going to be good, right? Then he got paid, and nah, he wasn't either. Yeah. Trey Lance, and then, Brock Purdy saves the day. Yes. Kyle gets to save his job, and we got a quarterback. And now it's starting to look like, no, we don't. Time they get the money, they show us the real them. It happens every time with the 49ers. I don't know what's that about, but I don't think it's a coincidence. That's all I'm saying. Let me see what they're talking about on here. If people don't want to admit they weren't great with Micah. Ha. Tay-Tay's talking about Dallas. They were not. And the Packers are not that great either. I want Eric B. to be too, though, Iceman Slim. Mac Jones will what? Will get the W. I'm with you, J-Dog. I think he will too. Let's go, Niner gang. We are going to beat the Rams. I'm with you, J-Dog. How good is Robbie Chosen? Is he still on our practice squad? I think he is. Not that good. Nuggets dad. Or maybe he's somewhere else for you to be asking me that. Thank you for the comment. Your Royal Madness. Lamar Jackson did not practice Wednesday. He missed his first practice ahead of week 5. I thought he was out. Well, they said he's week to week. What's the score tomorrow? 23-21 Niners. I'm sorry, 17-16 Niners. Yeah, something like that. No, it was 23-21. 23-20, somewhere like that. Yeah. The 49ers are going to lose to the Rams tomorrow. Thank you for the comment. Brian, stop. No. Michael says stop spamming. Talking to user. What's the score? Okay, I did that. Even in the last 5 years, us being the bullies didn't pay off. That's true. And that's why I want Kyle gone. That's a great comment, Locker. Locker? Is that Locker? Locker fellow? Locker fellow. I like that. That's a good comment, man. Because I'm tired of just being, we're so physical and we're big and we're bad. Oh, me take all your food. Me take all your money. And then we get to the Super Bowl, and by the time we get that far, what happens? We're already looking like some broke down dogs. We're on one leg, and we crawl into the playoffs, and then we limp into the Super Bowl. And it shows. I'm tired of that philosophy. I'm tired of that mentality. That's a great comment right there, man. That's a bar. Thank you for that comment, Locker fella. You're not wrong. But it still felt good to beat the Rams every damn time. It was because of that on why we did it. But you're right. You're absolutely right. It didn't help us at all. Who was going to be our wide receiver 1, 2, and 3? Says Nuggets dad. Kendrick Bourne, DeMarcus Robinson, Valdez Scantling, and Sky Moore. I think that's it. Unless we get a miracle or something with Pearsall. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. On a short week, I hope Pearsall sits out. Don't be a fool like Purdy. I would much rather Pearsall not play. His knee was feeling a little funny. Man, just wait till next week. You get a 10-day rest. We'll see how it is against Tampa Bay. How about that? And Jawan Jennings, he's got a rib and a calf or something going on, or ankle. They're not going to play. I doubt it. And even if they do you want them out there at 30, 40%? I don't. Well, everybody's starting to tell me that Purdy's not that $50 million quarterback. Where were you guys at when I was the only one telling everybody we shouldn't do it? Don't do it. And then we fucked around and did it. And I don't know what the rush was. We could have easily just watched him this year. And if we did, we would have been able to realize, hey, y'all, we're not paying this dude no $53 million a year or $265 million contract that we can't get out of. They could have drafted Shedeur. They could have brought in Aaron Rodgers. I said these things. He said he would play for $10 million. He waited and waited and waited on Minnesota or possibly us before he went to Pittsburgh. What was the rush? I'm not saying play the tagging game with him, but we didn't even get it to that point. The Niners just like to pay everybody. And what did they get them? It got them top heavy. It got them old with expiring contracts. And that's why we had to go young and cheaper. And that's why we don't have enough talent right now. That's why we're so young and inexperienced. Y'all, Shedeur Sanders, I want to talk about that for a second. Shedeur Sanders is not the quarterback 2. He's not the backup. He's still the QB 3. Thing is, the NFL only rotates the same 15 coaches. Tay, you dropped the bar too. You got that right. You got that right. And that's why I don't see us ever getting an Eric Bieniemy. Sometimes I'll be like, I'll take Mike McCarthy right now over Kyle. At least with the play calling. I don't think he can get those men ready like Kyle. But then again, Kyle don't really do nothing either. He just focused on that damn iPad. And I don't know why. Because everything in that iPad stinks. Like that deep dig that he calls every damn time. And linebackers that got sense are just sitting back waiting on Purdy to F it up. Or Mac. He calls that way too much. Sometimes those are not even on the quarterback. It's bad play calling at the wrong time. But anyway, how are we feeling with everyone out tomorrow? And our defense gets no pressure. But what if it gets pressure tomorrow, though, Blesley? You just never know how these things work. But then they'll tell you it's just any given Sunday, right? Clap, 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 clap. John Harbaugh should be fired. Now, I agree with that. I've been saying it for a couple of years, though. Drex Warner 23 says, thank you. Whiskey Biscuit said, yo, yo, yo. What's up, Whiskey? X-Man Spencer, he's so vanilla. Who was that? Why do you think you guys will win tomorrow? Genuinely wondering, says Gazelle. Well, one, because I fake. And I just think that if everybody puts their money on the Rams, they're going to take all their money. Just like that. But from a football standpoint, I could say if it's real, hypothetically speaking, the Rams have a cornerback that is very, very, very weak. And they have a linebacker that's suspect. Their pass protection is 31st in the league. We just got to send some pressure. I know we haven't been getting that pressure, but how can you get some pressure? Send some blitzes. And we didn't really do that last week. One time I can remember. So after a poor game plan by Robert Saleh, I think he's going to come out firing. I mean firing. Shot. He's going to take out that loss from Jacksonville, he's going to take it out on the Rams. And I can see us pulling off the upset. I can. But let's not talk any noise. Let's not go to work tomorrow saying we're going to beat the Rams. Let's just cool it and let's just say, hey, we're not supposed to win. We have literally nobody. No key players out there besides Fred Warner. And you got to cross your fingers and your toes and pray that nothing happens to him. So we're not supposed to win. Expect the worst, hope for the best. But Niner fans, don't be surprised if we pull off the upset. We can expose the Rams secondary. We can send blitzes to that weak offensive line that doesn't know how to pass protect. Now, the running, if we can take away the run, that's how we beat them. Because they're the opposite of us. We actually pass protect all right, surprisingly, but our run blocking is atrocious. Well, with the Rams, it's another, on the flip side, the Rams' run blocking is pretty damn good. But the pass protection has been kind of bad. It's ranked 31st overall. That's according to the numbers now. I don't really like to do numbers, but y'all say y'all do. So those are the numbers. And if we stop the run, Sean McVay gets away from the run fairly quickly when it's not working. So all we have to do is just contain it, just kind of stuff it for a little bit, and he'll get away from it. And if he does, then he's going to be, pretty much doing exactly what we need him to do. He's going to be falling right into our plan, getting one-dimensional and allowing us to send some pressure. It's the perfect story, y'all. Last week, the 49ers had 0 hurries, 0 pressures, 0 quarterback hits, 0 sacks. And then Friday morning after the game, the 49ers had 4 sacks, 8 hurries, 6 quarterback hits. I know I'm inflating the numbers probably, but it'll be something like that. I will not be surprised at all if that's how it goes down. And a lot of that is because it's not real. And if it is real, you think the Niners can play much worse than what they did on Sunday? I think not. Kyle ain't been creative in a while. He's not. Thank you for the comment, Drew. He's not. Well, he did the hook and ladder. Now, do you know why he done that? Because he said, we ain't got no pop. This offense can't get any explosive plays. Some of it's the O-line. Some of it's just Kyle. Some of it's just CMC does not have it anymore. The explosive plays may be gone. And if that's the case, then Kyle has to get very creative. And that means we're in trouble because he's not that creative. But I just think that we have a competent quarterback as a backup in Mac Jones. Yes, he's a statue in the pocket, but that's okay. If you can just use it up here and get rid of the ball quick enough and, can see things pre-snap and post-snap quickly, that doesn't matter. Purdy doesn't need to play because Purdy can't move. Purdy is better when he can move, and even then sometimes he gets reckless. But Purdy that can't move and has to keep his short ass in the pocket, that is not a recipe for success. So I think just the fact that we have a quarterback that can actually play, we think the whole game, healthy or fairly healthy, we have a chance. Do I think we're going to turn the ball over 4 times? No, I do not. See, all the bad things needed to happen Sunday in order for none of that to happen Thursday. And I'll leave it at that. Yes, I think we're going to win. You can doubt me. You can say I'm wrong. It's okay. They said I was wrong or I was going to be wrong when I said Bud Crawford was going to be Canelo Alvarez. They said I was wrong when I said Ole Miss is going to beat LSU Saturday. They said I was wrong when I said the Giants. Jackson Dart is going to win his NFL debut and upset the Chargers, the undefeated Chargers at that. Go check out the reels. If you don't believe me, there's plenty of reels up on the channel, the shorts on YouTube, the reels on TikTok, the reels on Instagram. They're there. They said I was wrong about all of that stuff. So yeah, if you want to think that the Rams are going to win, go ahead. Go ahead. I know I won't see you Thursday night when you're wrong and I'm right. But Gazelle, I hope I answered your question on why I think we're going to win. And I was very genuine. Thank you for the comments, y'all. Callier, Whiskey, Breezy, Nathan, 392, Miguel, 49er fan from Central Cali. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Bang, bang. Kyle plays are so vanilla. That's right, man. Very vanilla. It's been like that, though, for the past 2 years. Last year, it was literally like they saw the playbook or they were stealing signals, like they knew everything. Every time Debo was about to get the ball in the backfield, you thought you was going somewhere, didn't you? Loss, 5-yard loss, 10-yard loss. Oh, he's hurt. It was just terrible. All right, y'all, let me get the Shedeur real quick and I'm going to wrap this up. I told y'all this morning that the Browns finally benched Joe Flacco. I said they would do it right after they saw Jackson Dart play. Russell Wilson benched. Jackson Dart plays. They win. Copycat league, right? Okay. So then we got the Browns to do the same thing, and they benched Flacco. Rightfully so, and Dylan Gabriel is the starting quarterback. Rightfully so. He was drafted in the 3rd round. Shedeur was drafted in the 5th. I told you all we're not going to see Shedeur anytime soon. However, the biggest part of the storyline was not that DG is the new starter in Cleveland. It was that they're making Joe Flacco the backup quarterback, and Shedeur Sanders remains QB3. And I asked you all, go check out the reels and the shorts on YouTube. It's there. I asked everybody, why would they just take out the trash, that being Joe Flacco, because you just said that he's not your starter anymore. So that's kind of taking out the trash. But you're telling me if Dylan Gabriel has a bad game, if he stinks it up, or if he gets injured, you're going to go back out there to the garbage can and get the trash back out and put him on the field? When you've got another young talent named Shedeur Sanders sitting on the bench waiting for his moment? Rookie quarterback who has not played with the starters yet in the NFL. Not in those 2 preseason games, not yet since the regular season has started. You would actually go back to the old guy who really doesn't even need to be here anymore. His services are no longer needed. 8 turnovers, the most in the league. You would go back to that if Dylan Gabriel got hurt. Y'all, what is this? Is this a football move or not? As my mom always said, what's understood doesn't need to be explained, so I'm not even going to explain. as I did not this morning either, as to why Shedeur Sanders is still getting buried. That's why he's still a Cleveland Brown. Because if he had left, if they had traded him or released him, they had waived him, he probably could actually be playing on a team right now to where he could get some playing time. You know how Triple H has Omos, how he re-signed Omos is not doing a damn thing with him because he doesn't want him to go sign with AEW and be used the right way. I can't believe I just said AEW would use a wrestler the right way, but maybe they would. They tend to use the talent that comes in from the other company better than their own talent because they're just trying to be petty. WWE does the same thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I don't think for 1 minute that Shedeur Sanders is still the QB3 because he just sucks in practice or because he just sucks in the film room. And even if it's because he's got a bad attitude, what the hell does it have to do with football? Aaron Rodgers had a bad attitude. He still got drafted on the first day. Baker Mayfield had a terrible attitude in those NFL meetings. He still got drafted #1 overall. What does that have to do with football? Is it because his last name is Sanders? Is it because they got something that's his dad? I don't know. And I'm not even going to put the race in it. But he's getting buried, just like a black wrestler in the WWE. And I'm wondering why. Why couldn't he at least be the backup quarterback? That's where he should be. I'm not saying he should be the starter. But when is he going to get a chance? He's not the backup because that means if anything happens, he's the next man up. But why? And today, the reports are swirling around right now that Shedeur Sanders was speechless with some reporters after they asked a few questions. They asked a few questions and he answered the questions, but you couldn't hear anything coming out of his mouth. How do you feel about still being the QB3? Well, that was literally his response. Then they said, well, what about Joe Flacco? It looks like he was really saying Joe Flacco was a great guy. He was a good mentor, blah, blah, blah. But no words came out of his mouth. So he was speechless. And people are, as always, hating on him right now, saying, you see, that's why he won't ever play. He's immature. What does immaturity have to do with playing football, though? If he had said something, you hate on him. Now, he didn't say anything, you're hating on him. If he had said he's a competitor and he thinks he should be playing, you would hate on him. Now, he didn't say anything about being a competitor or anything about why he's not playing. You're still hating on him. Like, there's nothing Shedeur can do to win. He's in a lose-lose situation, to be honest with you. So, yeah. I just wonder what you all had to say about it and what you thought about it. Let's read a few comments and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Brock Purdy is out and he won't even suit up for the 49ers. The return of the Mac. My guy, Mac Jones, will be back Thursday night. And he got to get his sprained knee a little more rest. If anything good came out of that, even though he should have played Sunday against his former Jaguars. I wonder why. It's like the Most High or something. The league officials or somebody from high above didn't want him to play the Jaguars. I don't know what that was about. That's what it looks like. He comes back now immediately afterwards. I told y'all Purdy was going to hurt himself. Even worse, if he's hurt at all. And he's going to be out longer than you want him to. Now, they're saying the goal is for Purdy to get back for the Buccaneers game because he'll have a 10-day rest. I'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I think that we're not going to see Purdy for quite some time. And if we do see him, then it's not a turf toe like Kyle said it's not. But if it's really a turf toe or somewhere close to that, man, these things hamper you all season long. Hell, Prime Time, who I was just talking about, or his son, his dad, Prime Time Sanders, Dion, he dealt with that his whole career. Or at least from like 94 to the rest of his career. When he left the Falcons, he dealt with a turf toe the rest of his career. I remember. And eventually he finally had to get that motherfucker amputated. So yeah, Purdy should really, really, really reconsider about coming back as soon as the Tampa Bay Buccaneer game. All right, I'm gonna read a few comments and I'm gonna get out of here. Shedeur Sanders is still QB3. Who do you think should be the backup quarterback in Cleveland? Flacco or Shedeur? We already know what Shedeur is. We already know what Flacco brings to the table. Not much. So why would you go back to that if Dylan Gabriel stinks it up or if he gets injured? And I think that Dylan Gabriel will actually win his NFL debut, just like Jackson Dart. They play the Vikings in London, England Sunday. Yeah, that's Brian Flores' defense, but their offense is not looking so good. Justin Jefferson is day-to-day with a hamstring. They've got 2 offensive linemen out. Carson Wentz was not too good in Dublin, Ireland with that O-line. He could be worse. Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. The Cleveland Browns is a very good defense. It's better than the Steelers. So, yeah, I think the Browns defense could really, really, really be stifling against the Vikings, especially if JJ can't go. And then Dylan Gabriel won't have to do much, just like Jackson Dart did. So he'll win. Everything will be all, sunshine. Hell yeah, they got it right. I told y'all. And everybody will continue to bash Shedeur and say, yeah, he should be QB3. He should never play. They've got their quarterback. Everybody's going to put Dylan Gabriel in the Hall of Fame after 1 win. Right? Now, that's what they want to do with Arch Manning. They're still waiting on that moment. But I give it 6 weeks, and you'll see that the Browns still need a quarterback. And as we look to the bench, to the very end of the bench, there's Shedeur Sanders, the future. But let's just bring Flacco back in. What's understood doesn't need to be explained, so I won't say anything else. All right. Thank y'all for the comments. Why don't they just trade him? I just told you why, J-Mac. Because they want to keep him on the roster so they can bury him. If they trade him, then that means he may actually get to play somewhere. And to that stupid person that was on Twitter earlier today saying, if the son of a bitch had just stayed, got drafted by the Ravens, he'd be playing right now. As if we knew Lamar Jackson was going to miss some time. Like he ever really gets hurt or misses time. And y'all know that's temporary anyway. If he was a Raven right now, he would be starting for like 2 games. And he'd go right back to the bench. You can't blame Shedeur for saying, I don't want to go to Baltimore. They just brought that story out and broke that story so we wouldn't talk about how ass Arch Manning was. So if we want to talk about nepotism, let's not forget to talk about him. He's been up and down. Okay? That ain't what you're supposed to be when you're called a generational talent. See, everybody likes to put their focus on the brother. They don't want to put their focus on the other brother. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm the same guy who said Bronny should not be drafted to the Lakers or to anybody. So don't hit me with that race shit. But anyway, that's why they won't trade him, because they don't want his ass to play. They are really, really trying to, for whatever reason, make a statement. Make it A.J. Brown apologizes for the post. The Eagle Star wasn't shading Sirianni. There we go. There we go, y'all. Watch what he does to Patrick Surtain. But I wish they trade him to the 49ers for Brandon Ayuk. They both need to change the scenery. Didn't Brandon Ayuk want to leave a while back? Or probably still does. AJ talks like he wants to leave Philly. I think we should just swap him out. Eagle fan told me on TikTok yesterday, he said, you ain't getting no AJ Brown, bro. I'm sorry, yo. I respect that, though. I thought this was a Niner chat. No, this is a great debate show chat where I debate anything in sports. Phoenix, I talk about anything. Did you not hear me say I was right about Bud Crawford and Canelo? That wasn't the 49ers. That's boxing. You didn't hear me say anything about Triple H and wrestling? That's not. Maybe you just got here. No, man, I cover the WWE. I cover the UFC. I cover the KFC. I cover everything, man. along with football, WNBA, baseball. What's up with the Yankees? What the Yankees gonna do? No, this ain't just a 49er check. It's just at times I get to talking about the Niners for a little longer than expected. But when I see people starting to leave, that's when I get back to the issue at hand. Now, the description says return of the Mac, and it's supposed to also say, oh, I ran out of room on TikTok. But on all the other platforms, it says / Shedeur Sanders speechless with the reporters today. Something else for everybody to hate on. Might be off topic, but our Niners are rolling out with the practice squad this week. Says Kit K. And that practice squad could still get the win. Stacy Keebler or Tori Wilson. Now, that's a hell of a debate. Whew. Damn. Tori Wilson. Back then. Not today, though. I don't think today. Felix laughing at the KFC. I don't know, man. That's kind of a tie, like the Packers and the Cowboys. Remember, everybody said the Cowboys were going to get smashed by the Packers, and it was a 40-40 tie? That's that gambling, man. That's the bets. That ain't real. So things like that is why you shouldn't doubt me when I say, yeah, the Niners can beat the Rams Thursday night, and I think they will. I shouldn't even have to have an explanation. I know y'all be watching some of this stuff sometime, and y'all be like, damn, this shit does kind of look fake, like Unc be saying. Okay, Felix, my apologies. He just joined. Yeah, I talk about everything. But this topic was based on macjones, but I've been talking about it for the past, 60 minutes. So I'm about to jump off. And I'll take AJ for AB in a quick second. What you said, Alex? Oh, you mean BA? Yeah, I sure would. That's why he hit me back yesterday on TikTok. He said, y'all ain't getting AJ Brown. Because he know that's not a fair trade. I would throw in a late round pick. But my biggest question, Felix, and you can help me out with this too. I asked this morning. I didn't get enough answers. Are the 49ers good enough to trade for talent like Nick Bosa's replacement? Or are we not good enough and we should be trading away our talent and just tear it down to the studs and rebuild? Some people are wondering, should we even go try to get a Cam Jordan, a Kayvon Thibodeau, a Trey Hendrickson, or whoever, if we probably are not even really good enough? And I think that, it's just recency bias, and we looked at Sunday and we looked so bad, it will make you think, damn, we're not as good as we thought we were. I wouldn't necessarily say that. It's just that we were lucky to win the 3 games that we won. And I just think we came across a team that is better than what people think. Let's just continue to watch Jacksonville and what they do. All right, we barely beat Seattle in Seattle, but the Seahawks hadn't looked bad since. All right, we're their only loss. So for that, let me apologize to Sam Darnold. I think that it wasn't just Kevin O'Connell. I was wrong. Am I giving Kevin O'Connell too much credit? No, I don't think so. He is a quarterback whisperer, but I was wrong. Damn. Sam Darnold still looks good. Daniel Jones, I said he's trash. How are you going to just give up on Anthony Richardson like that? Anthony Richardson is the future. If you start Daniel Jones, you got to trade Richardson. And now there's reports coming out now saying they fear that Richardson is going to force a trade, and they don't want to trade him. Well, why not? You can get anybody else to be the backup. You got to let that brother go float. Now, y'all tell me he's not good. I still see some potential in him. He just ain't got it between the ears. If he can get that right, he deserves a second chance, like everybody else. He just needs to change the scenery. Hint, Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Mac Jones. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Yeah. Brock Purdy, you lied to me. You said your toe was feeling good. You lied to me. These guys, that's what part of the script. Maybe that's the new ritual for this season. The return of the quarterbacks. The resurgence of the quarterbacks. That they're being rejuvenated. Everybody's the new Baker Mayfield. Look at Sam Darnold. Look at Daniel Jones. Look at Mac Jones. I know those 2 wins. Nobody's giving him credit for. Will you give him credit if he beats the Rams? Will you give him credit if he beats the Rams? Okay, y'all. I talked about Shedeur. Why is he not the backup? Should he be the backup quarterback or Flacco? And Casper just blindsided me with the Stacy Keebler or Torrey Wilson. And I went with Torrey Wilson, but then that was a good one, man. That's a great debate. I'm sorry, y'all. That's a great debate. And he's telling his age, too. He's not young, just like I'm not anymore, because he went back to the Attitude Era. Y'all, John Cena's final match has been revealed. I mean, well, not the opponent, but we think it could be Gunther or Drew McIntyre or Obafemi. And I hope it's Obafemi. But it's going to be Saturday, December 13th, Washington, D.C., Saturday night's main event. No PLE. But don't worry, they'll do better than they did Goldberg, I guess. Because Triple H is different. I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave. Monday Night Raw on Netflix, Raw. Remember Monday night, AJ Styles, who's still in this segment with Dragon Lee, and they're still fighting the Grando Americanos and all of that, right? If AJ Styles and John Cena was already pre-planned, why in the hell is he still wasting his time with Dragon Lee? And in the middle of that promo, AJ Styles said, "Oh yeah, I'm fighting John Cena for Crown Jewel, thanks to you all." Remember when AJ Styles, about a month or so ago, had this good-ass promo where it sounded like he was taking shots at Triple H in the back, saying that there's people out here who don't want me around? And his son even got on X and tweeted, "Yeah, Dad, I'm with you." Like, what the hell's going on here? And then the dirt sheets came out and said that's all a part of the script. Oh, yeah? Then what happened to that? He hadn't brought anything else up about that again. So I was right after all. John Cena and AJ Styles forced their match at Crown Jewel on Triple H. And he just announced it on social media, and they're not having any feuds. And John Cena will not even be there, a part of the build. AJ Styles has got to do this by himself. And we're supposed to just watch AJ Styles and say, all right, well, I guess we'll just be entertained when John Cena shows up. This was not pre-planned. Triple H is a lying son of a bitch. And that's all he does is lie, lie, lie. Just like he lied on R-Truth. It was all a part of the plan, y'all, his release. Oh, yeah? Cody. Remember that? The motherfucker came out and lied to us and said that this was all a part of the plan. No, it was not. You told us it was going to be Rock and Roman. Remember when they did the unscripted or whatever you call it? Or the road to WrestleMania 40? They showed us that. He literally tells us, I had told Cody already that we're going Rock and Roman. Sorry, kid. And then the Cody Crybabies is what changed it. Triple H just hates to admit that we, the people, make them change their minds sometimes because he hates that. He thinks that we are hijacking the booking. No, I call it fixing the booking. Because you suck at this stuff. I just wanted to say that. Thanks a lot, Paul Levesque. He's terrible. Just like Kyle Shanahan. But anyway, I digress, y'all. This is enough for me. I'm done. I usually don't even do live streams or anything on Wednesdays, but we had the breaking news with Dylan Gabriel, the new starting quarterback for the Browns. And then we got a little bit more breaking news, at least it is to me, that Purdy is out and he will not even suit up. Mac Jones will start. Return of the Mac is back. Talk Infinity, thank you for the thumbs up. He said 40 whiners. Is it 40 whiners or 40 winners? He's calling us whiners. What does he hear whining in? That's just something they just like to say. He missed everything I've said about it being scripted, probably. He missed everything I said about why we're going to upset the Rams, why I'm right about so much stuff, and why he's probably wrong about so much stuff. Y'all are so crazy, man. Sometimes you can't win for losing with the trolls, but I embrace it. I love it. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. All right, y'all. I am going to go whine to somebody else now. Let me get on out of here. We definitely going to upset the Rams. Thank you, Callie. I agree with you. Y'all are so funny, man. I need you, though. I need that. Thank you. I need it. All sports is rigged. You got that right. Somebody with some sense. Thank you for that comment. OBT The Rock. You're absolutely right, though. It is. That's why there's nothing anybody can say that's going to make me mad. If the 49ers lose, so what? It's not real. The 3 Super Bowls we've lost or the 5 Super Bowls we've won. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Hope y'all having a wonderful Wednesday. And thank you to TikTok. Thank you to Instagram. Thank you to Facebook. Twitch. I'm live on all of that. The Great Debate Show is available wherever you get your podcasts, on all social media platforms. Follow The Great Debate Show on all social media platforms and subscribe to YouTube. For all of my audience, for all my haters, for all my trolls, everybody, come one, come all to The Great Debate Show. Really does help me out in the algorithm. Please keep commenting all your good stuff, your bad stuff, your hate, whatever. It really helps me out in the algorithm. Thank you so much, you idiots. All right. Now, I'm going to get out of here. And let's see here. Tomorrow, I'm going to come back, like I said, week 6, college football picks. Let's see how many more I can get right. Like Ole Miss over LSU. Yeah. Like Oregon over Penn State. And I've been telling y'all, James Franklin and Brian Kelly, overrated. They better make the national championship game, or it's time to pull the plug on them. I knew they'd lose those games Saturday, and they did. So tomorrow I'll give you week 6 college football picks. What else? Oh, yeah, and again, previewing Thursday Night Football, even though I've kind of already done that. But, yeah, I'll do that as well. Probably not a live stream, just a video upload. But then again, maybe I will live stream just so I can get more comments. Because, again, that helps me out with the algorithm. And I every time I see I got a new one, every time I find a new hater, I like to go live even more because they get obsessed with me and they just can't stop. I like it. I love it. So maybe I will do live. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I'll do those things tomorrow on a Thursday. And then Friday, we got the SmackDown post show as usual. After 2 hours of making our eyes bleed, we come in here and we do that. Okay, y'all. I'm going to get out of here now. Anybody else? Don't say that, man. Log, I know unreal. Say, bro, we cook tomorrow. Well, we're supposed to be. But like I said, if it's a script, I think the fix is in for us to win. You think the 49ers winning on Thursday? Yes. I do. Mainly just because no one else does. No one thought Jackson Dart in his NFL debut would beat the Chargers, the undefeated Chargers, and they did. Everybody said the Packers are going to smoke the Cowboys, and it was a 40-40 tie. They just looking at y'all bets. That's it. I hope everybody has the same energy tomorrow night when the game is over. Even though I know they won't. They won't show up like those Seahawks who didn't show up after week 1. After 3 months of telling me, how's it going to feel to get your ass kicked? And what did I say? I said nothing. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to talk about us getting our ass kicked. And if we lose to the Rams tomorrow night, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in here and talk about us getting our ass kicked. Just like I did Sunday night. It ain't nothing. Because I ain't going anywhere. I mean, the Lord's will, according to if the universe If it's in the universe favors, I'll be here. I'm not going to go away just because my team lost. I'm not a sore loser. I expect the worst. I hope for the best. And I really want to go 3-13, 3-15. I really want Kyle No Style fired. So, yeah, it's a win-win for me. I'm never going to be too up or too down just because of me knowing what I know. All right, y'all. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Trucker, how you doing, chocolate cutie? Trucker. All right. Exactly. Thank you. Hold on. I'm glad I didn't leave yet. The Eagles are open to an A.J. Brown trade. Wow. Brian, are you still here? I mean, Mikey, are you still here? Brian, where are you at? I said this morning. I said yesterday. Should the Eagles trade A.J. Brown to the 49ers for Brandon Ayuk? Or should they just trade him, period? The news just broke. Let me say it one more time. The Eagles are open to trading A.J. Brown. Execs believe the wide receiver's love-hate relationship with Philly's passing game could lead to, they said it could lead to an off-season departure. I don't think this is going to wait till the offseason. All A.J. has to do is send one more tweet, maybe one little small temper tantrum on the sideline, and he's out of there. Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, they don't take that shit. They're winning without A.J. Brown, even though I'll say this. If A.J. Brown is not on that field, it makes it harder for the Eagles. But they probably think that they can win without him because they don't use him that much anyway. But they're not using him because defenses make it their business to take him out of the lineup, take him out of the game plan. They literally run 2-3 people at him all the time. I mean, they're on his ass like flies on you know? So if you take him away, yeah, it hurts the Eagles. I don't care what you say. But if they want to think that they can trade him, go ahead. He is becoming to be a headache. So this sounds like this is something else I'm going to be right about. And that's why you subscribe and follow The Great Debate Show. It's your favorite uncle, y'all, Uncle JJ. And I'm about to cut out of here. Do you all think, I'm going to read a few more comments and I'm going to go. Do you all think the Eagles are about to do it now, or are they going to wait until the offseason? I mean, we still got about 5 weeks before the trade deadline. Thank you. Thank you, Shy Girl. Thank you for the rose. We still got about 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks before the trade deadline. I don't see them waiting until the offseason. I don't. I really don't. I say do it now, damn it. Now, where could he go? Where could he go? A.J. Brown, you know they'll try to send him to the AFC, though. The Steelers will probably call. I hate to say it. The Steelers will probably call. Thank you, Shy Girl. Thank you so much. This is what I've been needing here. I think I've reached my goal now. Thank you. Or 80% of my live goal is completed. Let's celebrate. Thank you. That seems like that was enough. Oh, maybe I hadn't got the rose yet. I don't know. Thought I did. Oh, I need one more rose. Somebody send me a rose, y'all. One rose and I'll be completed. Uh-oh. I think I'm about to get the rose too. Shy Girl is just snapping out right now. I think it's complete now. Thank you so much. Live goal accomplished. Thank you. Wow. Well, I'm glad I didn't leave. And I was just about to go. Thank you so much. Okay, y'all. Shy Girl, thank you so much again. Let's keep getting the likes up. Let's keep getting the likes up on YouTube. And let's get some likes on Instagram, can we? Y'all, A.J. Brown. If they went that far to tell us that much, what else do you think is going to happen? We may get some more breaking news here before you know it. We still got about 4 or 5 weeks before the trade deadline. And, yeah, all he has to do is tweet one more thing, and it's probably going to happen. Now, where do you think A.J. Brown will get traded to? And how do you think the Eagles are going to fare without A.J. Brown? They're already struggling with Saquon right now. He's struggling. Gabrielle said, is it crazy to say Niners by 7? Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Okay, so let's do it like this. The Chargers were 6.5-point favorites last week against the Giants. They lost 21-18. So if the underdog wins, I don't think they're going to win more than a field goal. And that's why I said 23-21, 23-29ers. Yeah. So don't get carried away with this. Nah, I wouldn't say all of that. But y'all know now, we're going to the Rams Stadium. That's the Niners' second home away from home. Y'all know it. So there's going to be some false starts. There's going to be some silent counts, some silent snaps that the Rams are going to have to do because y'all know how y'all do. I don't like to call myself faithful just because, like, it's 53 men that I don't have faith in. I mean, what would that have got me Sunday? Where would that faith have got me Super Bowl 58? So I don't like to put the word faith in it all the time. But the faithfuls are going to be there. That's their home away from home. It's going to be like a home game for the Niners. We're going to upset the Rams. I told my daughter, I said and she knew, she had a feeling we would lose because Purdy came back. And I said, well, baby girl, if we do lose this game, I think we're going to win Thursday because no one will see it coming. And I'm going to stand on that. Y'all can give me the X's and the O's. Y'all can give me that, well, we ain't got this, but we ain't got that. The haters can come in here and say, you're crazy, Unc. You're going to get cooked. Okay. We know we won't see them in here, which is a shame because I need all the people in here I can get. But people just hate to be wrong. People hate to come in here and say, you were right, Unc. Is it so hard? Some people say it, but I mean the trolls, they never come back and say, you were right. What are we talking about today? Anyway, yeah, I'm glad I saw that before I got off. A.J. Brown and the Eagles are about to get a divorce. And I think they're already ready to sign the papers. This will be the third team A.J. Brown will be going to. Now, he didn't do anything in Tennessee. They just had a very incompetent general manager. Well, that was a part of the Illuminati's where they said, hey, you got to be in Philly. I don't know what the hell that was about. But he got traded to the Philadelphia Eagles out of nowhere, and all he was asking for was $20 million like all the other receivers were getting. And at that time, that still wasn't a lot of money for A.J. Brown. Debo got that type of money. You mean to tell me A.J. couldn't get it? That was the dumbest trade of all time. Now, this one right here, A.J.'s kind of, I don't think he's really being a diva. I think he just wants the offense to be better. Sal Palantoni, whatever his name is, the guy out of Philly, the reporter, he said, man, he's not selfish. He's just very passionate, and he wants to win, and he thinks that he can help. And they're not listening. I can believe that. Now, he's apologized. I just saw a comment that said he apologized for his tweet. And then 2 minutes later, it said, hey, this trade might happen. But it said at the end of this, at the offseason. I don't know if it's going to, I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. Now, I had just said that he's going to snap out against the Broncos, A.J. Brown, that is, this week. But I don't know. This sounds like a bad game waiting to happen now one more time. Maybe they do lose their first game of the year. And he snaps out on the sideline, and here we go Monday morning, next Monday, talking about, all right, what are the possible suitors for A.J. Brown? The NFL ain't nothing but a damn soap opera. Seriously. It's a reality TV. That's why y'all can't think it's real. It's nothing but reality TV. And when they say you can't make this stuff up, yes, the fuck you can. That's exactly what they do. But let me stop because I'm not trying to run y'all away from the sports. If you don't watch the sports, then you won't come watch me. But I still watch it because of the entertainment purposes. And when I stop podcasting, they beg me to come back. All my Spotify listeners started emailing me and hit me up on Facebook like, man, what's up? And I said, I don't want to play both sides of the fence. I just found out this stuff ain't real. And they said, man, but you're good. Keep doing it, Unc. And I had a co-host at the time. And so, yeah, he begged me to keep going, and I did. Now look at me. I'm still by my damn self. The universe knows how it works, though. I mean, this is what the universe wanted. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Where do you think A.J. Brown will get traded to? Do you think it's going to happen or no? He apologized, and then they put that report out. Sounds like somebody saying F your apology. I don't know. We will see. Who are you thinking is the best quarterback? Says Easton Maine. The best quarterback in the league? Josh Allen. Oh, damn. And he said Buffalo. Wow. You were baiting me. You were trying to see what I was going to say to it. But yeah, no. Hey, man, I'm a realistic guy. Okay. And I hope that got you to follow. Hit the follow button, man. I'm going to keep it real. I don't give a damn who you are, what the team is. Yes, I'm a 49er fan. Who cares? I can say Dak Prescott is playing like he's playing lights out right now, and I'm a 49er. So if Dak is playing good, he's playing good. No, Josh Allen is easily the best quarterback in football right now. And one of the reasons why I can say that so easily with a straight face is because he's doing more with less. So when people keep on talking about how, quarterbacks are not going to be good without a supporting cast, y'all, Josh Allen has not had a supporting cast in a few years. Steph Diggs has been gone. Gabe Davis left last year. He's back, but he's on the practice squad. He's just him. Everybody else is not him. Lamar Jackson, before Derrick Henry, before Zay Flowers, and I don't think Zay Flowers was the number one receiver, but that's neither here nor there. He carried the Ravens because he was the best football player in the world. Sometimes you just have to be him. And you can't elevate your offense. I'm tired of these people talking about, well, Patrick Mahomes, he wasn't nothing without his supporting cast. And so why do you expect Purdy to be? Okay, you're right. You do have to have a supporting cast. But if you're him, you can work some magic. And Josh Allen has done that. I've seen him do it. Lamar Jackson has done that with less. Joe Burrow's got two good receivers, but he's still a bad MFer. When healthy. So, there's some guys out there that still just got it like that. And yes, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's Brock Purdy. Hell no. Do you think Prime Debo is back? Prime, no. But as I said, when we traded him, he's still got a little juice in the tank where he can give you one more good year. But the fact that he still is, running them gadget plays will tell you, he's never been a true wide receiver. Purdy needs more than just a supporting cast. That's the problem. Exactly. That's a bar. Thank you for being realistic, Anthony 545. But you can't tell some Niner fans that because they act like they like Purdy more than they like the Niners. All I know is supporting cast or not, he's got 16 interceptions in his last 17 games. And why does he have to have the big joker, the little joker, the ace of spades, the king of spades? Why does he have to have 10 books in his hand before he looks elite? But when he's got 2 books and a possible, I hate to use a spade analogy, but that's just the first thing that comes to my mind. When he's got 2 books and a possible, he ain't got nothing. He doesn't look elite at all then. He looks mid. And that's why I said $40 million, not a penny more. And they gave him $13 million more than that. Because I heard, remember they said $45 million was what they offered. And he turned it down. And I would have been like, Aaron Rodgers, you said you'll play for how much now? $10 million? Okay, let's get Aaron Rodgers on the jet to San Francisco. I'm sorry. But Kyle didn't want that because, man, those two would have bumped heads. Tom Brady wanted to come to the 49ers in 2020. And they said, nah, we're fine. We got Garoppolo. What? Tom Brady said, all right, you little biatch. And he went to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl immediately. Kyle don't get no passes for that. And I'll never forgive him for it. 3 draft picks for Trey Lance, who's a bust. I'll never forgive him for that. That was automatic ground for termination. And Brock Purdy saved his ass. So y'all should hate Brock Purdy even more if he really isn't the guy that y'all think he is, because he saved Kyle, and he's the reason why we're stuck with him. And then Brock Purdy is not that dude either. I don't think he's going to be. We'll see. But y'all got to stop blaming that stuff on his toe. I mean, y'all, it's a toe. All right. But yeah, just take all the rest you need, bro. And if Mac Jones plays bad, who cares? Maybe we'll trade for Shedeur. But we know the Browns wouldn't dare do that because, well, that means the motherfucker would actually probably play. All right, y'all. I'm done. Congratulations on your win, Mr. Duval. Ain't no hate here. Y'all are a good football team. I believe that. I do not think that was a fluke at all. Thank you for your comment. Swed Rock. What's up to Shy Girl? Thank you again for the live, for the likes, the roses, the live. Thank you for sharing this live stream. I encourage more viewers to share. Bro, I paid D2 ball at quarterback. Okay, good for you. Jeezy? Is that Jeezy 00? That's what's up. That toe injury don't let him plant his foot so his ball sails. I said that an hour ago, man. Don't come over and act like I don't know what I'm talking about because you played D2 ball. You just got here probably, so you missed me saying that. What I'm saying is he still was playing bad before the toe injury. Did you not hear that part? See, y'all be hearing what y'all want to hear. I'm just saying I don't want to hear nothing about the toe. Why did your ass play? You said you was good. Said you was good. I know what the toe does. I said that earlier. He couldn't plant his foot. That's why the balls was high. I get it. But why did you play? And he's got 16 picks in the last 17 games. Now, unless you're going to tell me that toe has been bothering him for the past 17 games, then I don't want to hear it. How come when Brock Purdy wins, how come when the 49ers win, every time the 49ers win, I can't talk. Every time the Niners win, it's always Purdy. He's the reason why we won. When we lose, it's everybody but Purdy. And I'm not saying that that's what you're saying, whatever your name was again. These comments are moving so fast. I'm not even saying that that's you. I don't know who fan you're on. You're probably just saying I played football. A toe injury is serious. I know. I said Dion dealt with it from 94 to the end of his career. I'm saying that he's been reckless, though, for a while before the toe injury. And that's what you probably didn't catch. Last season, we didn't win a lot of games, but Purdy's stats speak for themselves. I don't care about stats. I care about wins and losses. He has 6 wins and 11 losses. You want to pay somebody $53 million a year after that display? But he was in the Super Bowl in 2023, yeah, with that talent. We don't have that talent anymore. Whatever y'all want to say, I'm not going to keep debating with y'all because it's going to turn into more than a debate. I'm ready to debate all day, and I can agree to disagree. But these sound like excuses to me. I bet you Josh Allen could win with the 49ers without Brandon Ayuk, without Debo, without George Kittle. I bet you Josh Allen would make a way because he's him. Okay? Lamar Jackson could make a way because he's him. Joe Burrow could make a way. I know a lot of people say sometimes, I don't know how good Burrow would be without those 2 receivers that he has to keep on his team. I don't know. I've never seen him play without them, so I can't answer that. But I would like to think he'd make a way. Some people are him and some aren't, and Purdy ain't him, though. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Purdy. Get mad at management for paying him all that money. All I know is whether it's his toe or not, whether it's whatever, whether he's got a supporting cast, whose fault is that? Okay, so whoever fault that is, let's get rid of him. And let's stop making excuses for him. And as far as Purdy goes, he's not worth 53 per if he has to have the whole band together. Man, this is football. This is football. People are going to be hurt. As a Niner fan, Purdy is not the guy. Mac Jones is better than Purdy as of now, says Judah. Jonathan said not Purdy. Hey, man, I ain't trying to debate about that right now. I like Purdy. He cool. But I know he is mediocre at best. And the only time he's elite is when he got 10 books in his hand when we're playing spades. When he doesn't have 10 books, you might as well put the cards back down. That's all I know. And I'm just being brutally honest. And some people leave and don't like to hear that because I am very brutally honest. I'm going to be blunt with it. I don't put cherries and sugar on top of nothing. That's just how I am. And that's what it is. If I lose you, it's okay. So be it. I'll gain another one that likes and respects me keeping it real and just telling it like it is. Purdy's so jumpy in the pocket and holds the ball. Hold on, let me read that one. Purdy's so jumpy in the pocket and holds the ball way too long. Jones' arms are way stronger and longer. You know, Mac Jones got some pretty long arms. I mean, like he literally can tie his shoes while he's walking. And that helps too. When he's throwing it, he's got more zip on it. They don't sail and float in the air. Purdy is good, but he's been reckless here lately. And it's beginning to be a problem. Now, if I can't say that as a Niner fan, piss on me. And I'm going to leave it at that. But again, I understand the toe is a problem. And that's why Kyle should have knew too. Just like Mr. D2, the guy who played D2 football. Why in the hell did Kyle let him play? Because it's a part of the script. The plan was to play him, let him get hurt even worse, or we'll tell them he's hurt even worse, and he's going to be out for the next 6 weeks. But all the Purdy lovers are going to be like, he's going to be back in Tampa Bay game. Man, we might not see Purdy till November. We don't know. It all goes back to coaching. And I've said, get rid of him. What's up, Mike Too Clean? How you doing, brother? I've said that. So can we just stop with the excuses? Our coaches suck. Our front office sucks. Our offensive line sucks when it comes to run blocking. Pass protection, not so bad. But where teams are messing up at, or they're doing it on purpose, is they're daring us to run the ball as if we're still the same team in 2022 and 2023. All right, keep on clouding the line of scrimmage. Keep on flooding it out. We're just going to go over the top. And watch how Kyle Shanahan, remember the New Orleans game? He didn't do it as much against the Cardinals, but the Cardinals was much better. Remember how he actually called a few shots over the top? He doesn't call those plays like that much for Brock Purdy. He did that because he has more faith in Mac Jones, and that's his boy. So he might have sabotaged Brock Purdy. You know, just think about it. That's the guy he wanted instead of Trey Lance in the first place. He's really trying to prove a point to whoever that is that told him, don't get Mac. That's why I have a theory that Mac Jones is going to win games this season. That's what's happening all around the league. Look at Indiana Jones, Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Everybody has gotten to these other teams, and they found life. You know? And I think Mac Jones is the next one. And if not, well, he's a damn good backup to have. All right? Now, when everybody comes back, yes, Purdy's going to look good again because everybody's going to be back. But damn, man, show me that you're competent enough and you're good enough to elevate the team to a win, even with little to nobody. And he did do that in Seattle, kind of. But I don't give him too much credit because all the Seahawks fans tell me, man, that damn cornerback is a doofus. Jake Tungus intercepted the interception. And I give him more credit than I do Purdy. Did Purdy put the ball up and give him a chance? Yeah. But he gave the Seattle Seahawks cornerbacks a chance to make a play on the ball too. And he threw 2 picks that game as well. All right, y'all. I'm done. The 49ers are going to win because it's fake. There, I said it again. And if it's real, we still can win. I gave you the reason and the way, the X's and O's on how the Niners can expose the Rams. They've got a weak cornerback. They've got a weak middle linebacker. And on the offensive side, their pass protection, according to PFF, is 31. That's bad. 31st in pass protection. We just got to put more men on the line of scrimmage. Get more men in the box. Don't do the same 4 down linemen and soft-ass coverage. Put 5 down linemen. Send more blitzes, whether exotic, whether mid, whether off the edge or not. Get the corners to come up on those receivers and don't give them that 8 to 12 yard space. That cushion where Brian Thomas was just like, let me just run 5 yards and just stop. They're giving me 8, 10 yards. You idiot. They're not going to coach like that tomorrow night. I don't think so. And if they do, then y'all know it's got to be fake. Because how dumb can you be? If I know how to expose them, they should know. They the one who got the degrees, make all the money, and all that stuff. They got all the football knowledge. So they know more than us. The Rams can be beat. That's all I'm saying. They've been beat already, right? Right. We win. We'll still be number one in the NFC best. And yeah, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. So let's not split the fan base over that. Let's just win, win, win. And if we lose, good. Kyle will get fired. I really do think that if we miss the playoffs this year, Jed York is going to go ahead and put the hammer down and say, all right, Kyle. 2 straight years not making the playoffs, and we're always fucking hurt. Your services are no longer needed. Anyway, that's it for me, y'all. It's time for me to go. I'm out. Y'all be safe. Have a good evening. Thank you, Justin. We will win. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Niners fan 49? What's up, Caleb? Hey, my Unc. Hey, Unc, my Glock Purdy is out. What should we do? Just get the damn Mac 10. That's all, Caleb. Can we agree yet that Seattle is the best team in the NFC West? How come I didn't get this comment after week 1? Now, I gave Seattle their credit. You probably just joined us, but I did give the Seahawks credit and Sam Darnold. Didn't I, ladies and gentlemen? I did. I've apologized to Sam Darnold. He's good. The coaching is good. They've got a Kubiak over there. It's the 49ers system, but they know how to call it better than Kyle. They call safe situational plays for Sam Darnold. And week 18, when the Niners play the Seahawks, that's on the schedule for the last game of the season for a fucking reason, y'all. All you have to do is watch the schedule. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be a whoever wins the West. Whoever wins gets this seed in the playoffs. If this one loses, they get the 5th seed in the playoffs. 2019 all over again. You heard that here first, too. So I'll give the Seahawks their props, their credit, but they're not the best team in the NFC West. It's the 49ers or the Rams. And tomorrow night, you're going to find out who it is. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Again, follow The Great Debate Show on all social media platforms and subscribe to The Great Debate Show on YouTube. There's all kind of content on the channels and on the profile. Check it out. You got to subscribe and follow because, well, you just never know when your unk might pop up. Until we yeet again, y'all be safe out there. I'll be back tomorrow on a Thursday. Peace.